Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
And I'm Lindsay.
And this is Tower of God Episode 2. Go check out our first reaction if you haven't seen that already. Soon we'll be posting Episode 3 whenever that comes out. We really like the foundation. We just really want some things explained, some questions answered as soon as possible so that we can really start enjoying the ride that we're being taken on. But we're just going to get right into this episode. Check out our last reaction if you want to hear a recap of what we thought so far. But yeah, we're just going to get right into Tower of God Episode 2. Let's go. So that was episode 2 of Tower of God. What are we thinking? What's going on? Were some of your concerns sort of touched on or
yes.
Sort of addressed at least?
I guess what's interesting about that is the main character had kind of the same questions.
Yeah.
In terms of like, do these, so we found out that all the people who are taking this test were specifically chosen by the weird rabbit-looking guy.
And raised specifically for this.
Yeah, raised specifically for this. Almost like in the Hunger Games, like District 1 and 2, where they like want, they want to go and compete for this. So that's kind of interesting to find out that like all of these like random like different types of people and like creatures wearing all different styles of clothing and fighting with all different types of weapons all grew up in the same place, which is like the outer like district of the tower.
But that seems weird. I feel like we still don't know everything about that.
Yeah, I don't think we know everything about it.
I don't see Wraith Razor coming from the same place as Kun. Like, they seem, and Kun, there's something weird about Kun. He has a fucking bag of holding. He has like a magic briefcase with endless candy bars and what seems like a magical weapon or some sort of something like special knife of some kind, and he has like certain knowledge that not everyone seems to have. There's something off with him,
and there's something with like the briefcase getting stuck in there.
Yeah,
so I
there's
think
something in there.
I think he has something in there that he's not supposed to have. And the instructor guy or whatever also didn't like him and was like, be careful of that guy.
Yeah. And then we got a shot of somebody at the end, which is maybe the king, who I don't know who that is. Maybe it might be the next ranker.
Yeah, maybe
the next.
But he
floor.
seemed kind of like regal and like he's sort of like
very Japanese looking.
Sort of like sitting and like observing rather than like how
I forget his name.
The ranker guy who seemed to be more attentive, like thinking about it rather than just like watching it and being like, oh, this guy, I know about him or whatever.
Yeah. Who's to say though? I have no idea. I guess none of us know because we're recording this before episode 3 comes out. But
I really like the Rock. He's pretty funny. It's like, I'm gonna kill you, and then he's like, yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, that's my black turtle. I like how he calls them turtles.
It's funny how he calls them turtles. Because like to me, it's like you insect, you snail, or like something that's like
diminutive.
But turtle just seems weird because like
it's just a neutral animal. Some people might say it's like a wise admirable as far as symbology,
or like it's like in a case, so it's like protected. It's not like
a disgusting little creature who's like worthless.
It's like oh, it's a turtle. It's slow.
Yeah,
but it's not like weak.
Yeah.
I don't think turtles are usually regarded as like a weak, vulnerable creature that you can just stomp on and kill, like, because they're just a turtle.
Yeah, I don't get that either. It's kind of that's what makes it funny though, I think. I guess I don't really have as much to say about this episode because they were keeping it very grounded in what was happening rather than setting up some other things, but a lot more grounded. Last episode there was a lot of like introduction and, setup. Mm-hmm. This episode there was still a lot of setup, but it was more centralized, very focused on the point of view of the character rather than a lot of introduction and bigger things.
They did kind of what I wanted them to do as well, which is like include little bits of his backstory like as they went along, so we get to see a bit. And I feel like that also helps us keep us like attached to Rachel in a way, because if they weren't showing those clips, then it's sort of like, okay, we saw her one time, but we don't know anything about her.
Yeah.
But keeping her like relevant in the story, I think is important.
It reminds us of
why he's there.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's also that's seeming a little bit weird because he's like, I belong to Rachel, which is giving like this almost like Violet Evergarden style thing, except he can't fight or anything, but it's sort of like that weird thing where he's like really attached and like loves someone, but he maybe doesn't quite understand what that means, or like, because it seems to be she's the only person in his life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I don't really have anything more to say about this episode. I enjoyed it. I'm actually really excited to see where
yeah,
this
I
goes from
definitely
here.
like it a lot more after seeing this episode and seeing some of the other characters and how they all interact.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling more attached to the series than I was for the first episode as well, and I'm excited to see where this goes from here. If you haven't seen it already, check out our first episode reaction and review. Check out our Naruto episodes. Check out our Kaguya episodes. We're reacting to Kaguya-sama. Those videos have been doing really well. Check out our Fullmetal Alchemist opening and ending review reaction. We rank and review all of Fullmetal Alchemist openings, for 2003 and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and we compare them. Really cool video. So are all of our other stuff, so subscribe if you want, and stay tuned for our next reaction to Tower of God. See you guys later.